So, good day guys, back on the bike again. I'm not gonna lie, this is just another vlog I'm gonna do while I'm out on my freezing cold ride across the coastline. But while I'm out on the bike, I might as well do one anyway. And what I wanted to talk to you guys again is about this stage 3 and this stage 4 and just a load of other crap that I feel like mentioning today. Look at that view, what a beautiful view. Yeah, I've been thinking about this stage 3 a lot actually, and the stage 4, and after talking to a lot of you guys about it, I've decided I'm not going to bother. You know, I'd really love to do it. I'd love to know what it feels like to have a stage 3 or a stage 4, compare it to the stage 2. But there's a couple reasons why I've come to this conclusion, and it is really, you know, stuff that has been in the back of my mind before I even did that vlog about the stage 3 and 4, but you guys really sealed it for me when I spoke to you on the comments, and that is, you know, for one, I think there's enough power in this bike for me now. It really is where I want it to be. It would be nice to feel more power, but I don't need that extra power. And to be honest, if I'm going to be spending like $2.5 grand or even $3 grand on something on this bike, does it really warrant that little bit extra? You know, if I'd gone from a stage 1 to a stage 3, maybe, you know, because I would have felt that difference straight off the bat, whereas now it's just kind of, it's almost not worth it for that extra little bit of horsepower and torque. So you know, that's one reason, but the main reason really was, if I ever decided to sell this bike, which I don't see me ever doing, to be honest, I really don't. I mean, I've only had the bike 7 to 8 months now, but I love this bike so much. It suits me perfectly, it fits me like a glove. I've done enough to it where I'm happy with it. You know, like this is like almost my forever bike. That's not to say when I'm like 50 or 60 in sort of 20 years time, 30 years time, I'm gonna get myself a bigger bike or something like that, you know, treat myself to a CBO or something, you know, but that's a long way away. And there'll be a plenty of miles on this bike by that point. And someone said it, I can't remember who you were, thank you buddy for your comments, but, and I've done a bit of research, and if you get a stage 3 or 4, you're completely changing the engine basically. It's a whole new engine rebuild. It's not just a little cam, it's a whole new engine basically. And these Screamin Eagle parts are not made well enough to last more than sort of like 20 to 30,000 miles. I mean, some have gone a bit further, but shit starts going wrong with them after that kind of time, which really is not a lot of miles for a motorbike these days, you know, especially if you're commuting and stuff like that. You know, in 30,000 miles, I would hate for this bike to have a whole new engine rebuild, or me spend another $3 grand on it. It just doesn't make sense to me. And that's just because the parts are just not quite there. They're not built well enough, and it's so highly tuned that it's just going some the whole time. It's revving high. You're bound to, you know, rag the crap out of it to get it where you want it to go. You know, it's just a natural thing. As soon as you've tuned your bike up, you just want to pull it the whole time. I mean, I do it on this now with the stage 2. I can't help myself. I'm constantly revving it as high as I can when I can, you know. And so that, you know, the bikes just don't last, the engines just don't last that long, not long enough for me anyway, and that reflects the resale value on the second-hand market. You know, Harley Davidson will take it back if it's less than sort of 3 years old. They'll take it back and give you quite a bit of money for it. But you know, if you're going to be selling this second-hand to somebody, they know for a fact, you know, if you say it's got a stage 3 on it, a stage 4 on it, they know for a fact how you've ridden that bike, and you've not ridden it nice and chilled and nice and calm, because there's no point in getting a stage 4 if you're just going to chill out like this with one hand doing 40 and a 50. Do you know what I mean? So they know how you've ridden it, and it's going to be ridden bloody hard. So that bike has been put through its paces, which, you know, fair play, do that. But as a second-hand buyer, you're not really, you're gonna be sketching out a little bit on how many more miles is left in this engine before it conks out, and then you have to spend an extra sort of $3 grand getting a brand new engine sort of thing, or however much it's going to cost, you know, a lot of money basically. And you know, if you're going to buy a second-hand bike, you don't want to be spending another sort of 3 to 5 grand 2 years down the line, because you might as well just bought a bloody new bike for that. So from what I've heard and what people have told me and what I've seen online, the resale value is really not, you're not going to get your money back basically if you put stage 3 or 4 on this thing. And that's quite a big deal for me, you know. I mean, like I said, I don't see me ever selling this bike, and when I do, or if I do, it'll be bloody years down the line. It'll be worth nothing anyway. But I don't want to have to keep spending 3 or 4 grand every sort of 10 years, or however many, you know, 1,000 miles, well, it won't even be that, every sort of 3 to 5 years on a new engine. So for that reason alone, I mean, that is one reason why I really don't want to do this to this bike. And yeah, you know, it is a lot of money. It is a lot of money. And do I really want to be spending all that kind of money on my bike again? Probably got other things I could be doing to it, you know. So yeah, you know, it's I'm not saying that if you've got a stage 3 or 4 on your bike already, you're an idiot and you've ruined your bike. Because hey, look, it's your bike, you do what you want with it, you know how you ride it, you know how long you're going to keep that bike, or you know, whatever. It's your bike, you enjoy it the way you want to, and that's what I've done with this bike. I've put the mods that I want on it, and I'm happy. I'm actually happy with it. So yeah guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. And you know, that's my thoughts on it, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys have come back to me and given me some good feedback. And you know, a lot of you said get a stage 3, it makes sense, get a stage 3. Some of you said 4, but the majority of you really did think it wasn't that good an idea, you know. You know, very friendly about it, it's your bike, do what you want sort of thing. But if it wasn't for you guys, really, I think I would be still contemplating getting one. And I do thank you for that, I really do. Don't feel that you pressured me into doing something, because you really haven't. You've just kind of made me see the light, as it were. Dun, 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 there it is. So yeah guys, you know, so what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, who knows, only time will tell. Forward controls, I'm really now thinking forward controls. I'm getting that idea in my head a lot now. Definitely going to go with new tires. Oh, I can't see anything because of the glare. Definitely going to get some tires. Any recommendations on tires, guys? Let me know. I'm thinking Avon Cobra. I really love the look of that tire, and the way I've heard great reviews on it. But if you have anything that you think would suit this bike, and would be good in all weather, you know, dry, wet, because these tires at the moment are not bad in the dry, you know, they're not bad, but honestly in the wet it's actually quite scary. And I need something that's gonna give me more confidence in the bends when it's damp. And my god, I can't see anything with this sun glare. That is pretty sketchy around that corner. So yeah guys, that's what I'm thinking, Avon tires. If you have any recommendations for me, please let me know. But I'm gonna leave it there. I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I have, even though I cannot feel my fingertips now and I can't see the road because of the sun glare. But if you're new to the channel, please give me a like and subscribe, because there's plenty more to come, guys. And hit that bell button if you are looking to see me again as quick as possible. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. And I hope you ride safe, and I'll catch you next time. Street Bomber Vlogger, woo!